Hi, my name is Carlo, and welcome to a Quick Sleeve's third episode on OWASP API's Top 10 for 2023. So today we're going to look at the third vulnerability that's included in our top 10 list for 2023. But before we do that, let's take a look at the potential impact of API security or lack of API security. So in 2022, the information of 1.8 million Texans that had filed insurance claims was exposed online, and this information was accessible to the public through APIs, and this was only discovered in a security audit years after the bug was introduced. So this highlights the importance of recurring and constant security analysis. Now let's jump right into the third vulnerability of our OWASP top 10 for APIs for 2023, which is broken object property level authorization. So this essentially breaks down into two things. The first one is if you have some extra properties that are exposed in your APIs, and the second one is if you allow modifying, adding, or deleting some sensitive values through an API. Now, let's take a look at the first one, exposing extra properties. So let's say we have something like this in a web forum, for example, where people can see the other users through an API. For example, let's say they're running a GET request on /users, and one of the users they get is myself. I'm Carlo, I'm 34 years old, and I'm currently banned from this online forum. And there's also my passport number for some reason there. So this is some information that shouldn't be there, and it's probably filtered out by the user interface in the web forum. You probably just see a list of users, their names, their ages, and if they're banned or not. But in this case, through the API, if you access the API directly, you might be able to see some extra properties that should not be visible. Now, you won't see these on your web application or in the original app, for example, a mobile app of this forum, but you might be able to see it if you access the API directly. Aside from this, so exposing some extra properties that should not be visible, there's the other part. So enabling, modifying, adding, and deleting properties. So let's take a look at my personal profile. Let's say I'm on the same forum, and now I'm going to modify my profile. I could have different pieces of information that I can modify, like my name, my age, my email, my phone numbers, my preferences. So for example, if I want to receive the newsletters. But there is also this flag that we saw before, which just says banned equals true. Now, this property should only be modifiable by an administrator or moderator. I shouldn't be able to modify this myself. Otherwise, for example, I could unban myself. Now, you see why broken object level property authorization is important. And at it quickly, what we do is we run continuous testing on your APIs through AI models to find out if there are any hidden properties or any values that should not be editable by users but currently are. So back to the original discussion of the data leak from the Texas insurance companies. Well, something like that could have been avoidable if they had used a tool similar to a Quick Sleeve. Thank you, and see you next time.